Today we're going to draw the net to find the surface area of a triangular prism. A triangular prism has 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. Here's one triangle, here's the other. The rectangle is this one down here, this one to this side, and this other one to the left side. So the first thing you want to do, you want to start with you want to draw the net for the 3 rectangles. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just going to draw a really long rectangle and cut it into thirds. And so I always label them. I label them left rectangle, the middle rectangle, and the right rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and start with the middle rectangle. To me, that's the easiest one, the bottom one. We can see it's a 6 by 10. But when you go to label your dimensions, is this the 6 or is this the 10? Well, there's one way to find out. Recall, the 2 triangles are congruent and they're parallel. They're opposite each other, which means with this net, if I put one of the triangles here, the other one has to go on this opposite side. If I put it here, it has to go up here. If I put the triangle here, it has to go up here. So ask yourself, does the 6 connect the 2 triangles or does the 10? Well, here's one triangle here. Here's the other one. And you can see the 6 connects the 2. The 10 connects the 2, which means this will connect that side and that side, so this has to be 10. So this is 10, which means all of the parallel sides have to be 10. So here's my 6. Let's go ahead and do the right rectangle to 10 by 5. Now your left one, it might be a little harder to see. It is right here. And this is a 5 by, and if this is 10, that means this has to be 10. So this too is a 5 by 10 rectangle. Now it's time for the triangle. Where do I put it? Well, the good part here is this is an isosceles triangle because this is 5 and that's 5. But let's recall, we're finding the surface area, so we need to find the area of a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. Well, here's my triangle, here's my base, this is my height, which is 4. So if my base is 6, I have to put it with the rectangle that has a side of 6, which is the middle one. So this is where my triangle's going. So I'm just going to draw that exact type of triangle. Doesn't have to be perfect, I'm just drawing the triangle. And again, I'm drawing the base and the height. So here's my height, that dotted line, and it's 4. Here's my height, and it's 4. So I drew the net, my whole net for the surface area. So let's go ahead and find the surface area. So here's what I actually do. I actually write down triangle, triangle, left rectangle, middle rectangle, right rectangle. Let's go ahead and find the rectangles. 6 times 10 is 60. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 10 is 50. Now I'm actually going to put them in. Left rectangle 50, middle 60, right 50. Now for the triangles. Triangle, base times height divided by 2. 6 times 4 divided by 2 is equal to 12. So that means this is 12, and since they're congruent, this also has to be 12. So 12 and 12. And so surface area is the sum I have to add all these, the sum of all this. So 50 plus 50 is 100, plus 60 is 160, plus 12 and 12 is 24. So my surface area is 184 meters squared. Let's go ahead and do one more. We're now going to find that we're going to draw the net for this triangular prism. And remember, I have a triangle, left rectangle, middle rectangle, right rectangle. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the net for the 3 rectangles. So, just do this, and I cut it into thirds. And actually write left rectangle, middle, and right. I always start with the middle one. It's a 5 by 7. But again, does the 5 go here or the 7? We have to look at what connects the 2 rectangles. Because the 2 triangles. When I put the 2 triangles down, they have to be opposite. So if I put one triangle here, the other one has to go here. If I put it here, it has to go here. If I put it here, it has to go here. So here's one triangle. Here's my other one. I wonder which one connects the 2. So since the 7 connects the 2, that's the one that will have to connect the 2 opposite sides. Which means the 7 has to go here because it's going to connect this side to this side. Which means these are all 7. And now this is a 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the right one. It's a 7 by 3. The left one might be a little harder to see. It's a 4 by this number here. Well, this is parallel to this, so that's why it's 7. So this is a 4 by 7 rectangle. So there's my 4. Now we have to connect the triangles. This one gets a little complicated. I'm just going to write area of a triangle. It's base times height divided by 2. So I need to find what the base is and what the height is. Remember, the base and the height make a 90-degree angle. That's the symbol for angle. So here is my triangle right here. I'm just going to outline it. This one, this side, and this side. But I'm only looking for the sides that make a right angle, which means I can erase the 5. Which means the 4 and the 3 right here, we can actually see that makes the right angle. So 4 is the base, 3 is the height, or 3 could be the base and 4 is the height. It really doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and make 4 the base and 3 the height. 4 is the base, 3 is the height. Well, if 4 is the base, and we already said it is, we're going to connect it to this rectangle right here. So here's my 4, which is the base. And remember, my height makes a right angle. So when I go to draw the height, I've got to make a straight line. I've got to make a straight line. And then I make my hypotenuse. That's that diagonal, that slanted line. And if 3 is my height, here's my 3. So, and you can actually see this. This slanted side right here is 5, and that's why these two are 5 right here. They have to match up. And when I actually fold this up, this 3 will actually connect to that 3. So let's go ahead and find the areas of all of our shapes. This is a 3 by 7, my right one, which is 21. 5 times 7 is 35. this is actually a 4, sorry, this is actually a 4 by 7, so that is 28. Now for my triangle, it's base times height divided by 2, so it's 4 times 3 divided by 2, which is equal to 6. So that's 6 and that's 6. So triangles are 6, left rectangle 28, middle 35, right 21. So surface area is the sum of all of those. So 6 and 6 is 12, 28, 35, 21, 10, 15, 16, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's actually 96 squared inches. And that is how you draw the nets for a triangular prism.